Hey there. Have you heard the term GMO, genetically modified organism? Waitrose claims to have some of the highest quality meat in the UK, and one of their big selling points? Non-GMO feed. But does GMO feed really make a difference? Is meat from GMO-fed animals worse for you? Or is this just another marketing myth? Stick around as I debunk the biggest misconceptions about GMO feed and supermarket meat. First up, what is GMO feed? Genetically modified organism feed. Most livestock in the UK and around the world are fed genetically modified crops, mainly corn, soy, and canola. These crops are engineered to resist pests, tolerate herbicides, and improve yields. But here's the key question: does feeding animals GMOs actually change the meat they produce? According to decades of research, the answer is no. I'm providing the papers that support my beliefs in descriptions. Studies have shown that meat, milk, and eggs from animals fed GMO feed are identical in taste, texture, and nutrition to those from non-GMO-fed animals. The reason? The digestive process. When animals eat, their bodies break down feed into basic nutrients. Whether that feed was GMO or not makes no difference to the final product. Some people worry that eating meat from GMO-fed animals could be harmful, but the scientific consensus is clear. There is no evidence that it poses any risk. Regulatory bodies like the FDA, EFSA, and WHO have repeatedly stated that GMO-fed meat is just as safe as non-GMO-fed meat. In fact, over 95% of farm animals in the US and many in the UK are raised on GMO feed, and there has been zero documented case of harm from eating their products. But what about the environment? Here's where things get a little more complex. GMO crops have actually reduced pesticide use by 37% and allowed for no-till farming, which helps reduce soil erosion and cut greenhouse gas emissions. However, some critics argue that herbicide-resistant weeds are becoming a problem due to overuse of certain weed killers. So, while GMO crops have a net environmental benefit, careful management is needed to prevent long-term issues. So why does Waitrose insist on non-GMO feed? It's mostly about branding. Since GMO skepticism is high in Europe, Waitrose positions itself as a premium supermarket by emphasizing traditional farming methods. But here's the reality. Non-GMO feed doesn't make the meat healthier, tastier, or safer. It's just a choice based on public perception. At the end of the day, whether you choose non-GMO-fed meat or not comes down to personal preference. If you want organic or free-range meat, go for it. But if you're worried that GMO-fed meat is somehow worse, science says you can relax. It's safe, nutritious, and indistinguishable from non-GMO-fed alternatives. So have I debunked this myth for you? What do you think? Does it matter to you if your meat was fed GMO feed? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more myth-busting content on Debunkify. Closing jingle.